This video is titled, "The Issue is Never the Issue, It's Always About the Revolution," and I want to drive these points home a little further on cultural Marxism. Several decades ago, David Horowitz, a former socialist, was involved in Students for a Democratic Society, SDS, and in his involvement he made these observations. The issue is never the issue is always the revolution. No matter what issue they were fighting about, education, housing, police abuse, or racial conflict, it was a mere pretext to hide their radical goal, and a pretext is a deceptive excuse to cover up the real reason. The real goal was a communist revolution in America. While most Americans were debating the merits of the issue itself, SDS and other radical leftists were framing the debate, inflaming emotions, neutralizing opponents, and weaponizing the process in order to overthrow American institutions and destroy society. The Benham brothers, who speak to these things on cultural issues, said this: "It's not about race relations, it's about the revolution. It's not about LGBTQ rights, it's about the revolution. It's not about transgender rights, it's about the revolution. It's not about economic equality, it's about the revolution. It's not about climate change, it's about the revolution. The issue is never the issue. You may not care about the revolution, but the revolution cares about you." The destruction of society as we know it, and the ushering in a new utopian future guided by the cultural elites in government, academia, technology, and science, leads to the destruction of morality, the destruction of faith in God, the destruction of family, the destruction of gender, the destruction of economic freedom, the destruction of self-determination, the destruction of faith. Not freedom, but slavery to the state. You will be a slave to the state. And if you were to talk to your friends about their support for BLM, LGBTQ rights, same-sex marriage, transgender movement, man-made climate change hysteria, and tell them that all these movements have their roots in cultural Marxism that seeks to destroy our country, they would just look at you with a blank stare and point to the sign in their front yard. Wokeism is Marxism. Diversity, equity, inclusion is Marxism. Multiculturalism is Marxism. Cancel culture is Marxism. Social justice is Marxism. Critical theory is Marxism. Critical race and gender theory is Marxism. If it seeks to divide, destroy, erase, it's Marxism. Again, Gramsci reminds us, any country grounded in Judeo-Christian values can't be overthrown until those roots are cut. So, is cultural Marxism real, or is it a conspiracy theory? Resist the gaslighters. What do I mean by this? Gaslighting is a form of emotional abuse and mental manipulation that will leave you questioning your own reality and have you wondering if you're in the wrong in nearly every argument. You need to own your own mind. Don't deny the reality of what is right in front of you. You need to resist government gaslighters, media gaslighters, medical gaslighters, academic gaslighters, and religious gaslighters. You need to own your own mind. Again, until those roots are cut, no country grounded in Judeo-Christian values can be overthrown. A moral revolution has three components, Theo Hobson, a British theologian, surmises. For a moral revolution to take place, three things have to happen. That what was condemned must be celebrated, that which is celebrated must be condemned, and those that will not celebrate are condemned. Not only support it, but be happy about it. Again, you may not care about the revolution, but the revolution cares about you. Cultural Marxism is real, and we need to get tuned up and dialed in to that fact. My name's Craig Seibert. Thanks for listening.